Nickel bag gets sold in the park. I want in.
Yo, what's up? It's your boy Shiest, Bubz, Mr. Ike.
And Lisa B.
We here on Heavy Smoke. Today we have a very special invited guest, Busy B, the icon,
up,
the
Busy?
legend.
Hey, I am very welcome and happy to be in this motherfucker.
And
That's
so
what's
are
up.
we.
Know what I'm saying? You got your good spliff.
Yeah, I'm smoking good as a bitch smokers club, man. Hey,
Hello.
Yeah, with it.
Got your good champagne over there.
hey,
You know what I'm saying?
Glico.
We gotta keep it legendary, you know what I'm saying?
That's what's up, man. Hey,
Yes.
thanks for the invite, man. Thanks for bringing me in. I appreciate it all. And it's been a long time coming already. You already know, Sice. So we're going to get it in. We got the stuff for the future. We got something for the new G's that's coming in.
Right. Definitely a lot of
And
new G's out there.
Because like behind myself and doing what I'm doing, I am so happy to see you doing what you doing
Thank you.
and bringing in the other G's so I can get approval, because you can't just let everybody in this shit here.
We need you to
That's
give the
it.
approval.
You know
That's
what I'm
why,
saying?
Yes,
you know what I'm
you're
saying?
the OG legend.
you know, I wanted to reintroduce Busy B in the cannabis space. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the Smokers Club. I mean, this is the one of the pioneers of this joint to me. You know what I mean? And to the whole hip hop community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You've been down with this hip hop movement forever.
Yeah.
And you know, this podcast is focused on music.
I like this podcast shit.
Thank you.
I don't even know what it's about,
That's
but I'm
great.
here learning about
Right.
this
It's
shit,
interesting.
man.
It's about having conversation about things that, you know what I'm saying, especially this one.
Mm-hmm,
It's about music.
mm-hmm,
It's about art.
mm-hmm. So it's not like Q&A. You ask
Nah,
a
it's
question.
not
No.
no, nah,
Okay.
it's not
It's
no
more
question and answer.
natural, like a
Good.
conversation.
Good.
You know what I'm saying? And it's fueled by this right here, cannabis.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Hey, this is the healing nation. They've been saying this about this for like 30, 40 years, but they wasn't trying to pay attention to us because the facts was the facts.
What was the facts?
That it heals the nation.
Right.
Yes.
Simple and plain, that
Yeah.
it heals the nation.
They
You
they
know what
they,
I
they
mean?
wanted to, you know, they trying to understand now though, because I guess they see the green dollars in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So now they want to understand.
Yeah.
And
So they call themselves taxing us, so because that's the only way they're gonna get it. You know,
Right.
because they don't know who's growing it, where it's coming from, how it's coming from, and all of that. So they tax you if once you legalize, and that's how they split the pot, because that's no other way you're gonna get no money from us.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
so in the time way before legalization, back to the 80s.
It was
you know what I'm
always
saying?
legal for me. We
Before
was
my
finding it
times.
and rolling it.
This is what I'm
It was
saying.
always legal for us back
So
then.
Busy,
Shit,
can
we was
you
finding that
can you
shit and
tell the
rolling it.
viewers and the listeners
Uh-huh.
out there, you know, when you got your start in this thing we call hip hop? You know what I mean?
Oh man, this go back to 1977, Shice.
Wow.
Wow.
I've been doing this since, you know how some
I was
people
born
got the
around that
phrase,
time.
you know, some people got the
Wow.
phrase, I've been doing this shit too long. Okay, if you've been doing it too long, I've been doing this shit 3 long.
Right.
Mhm.
That's what I say. I've been
Yes.
doing this shit 3. They said, yo, how long you been doing this shit? I said 3 long. If you've been doing it 2, I've been doing it 3. So, you know, but coming up doing it, you know, it was rough in the beginning. We was musical helping the gangs. It was more like a gang related thing with the crews. It went from gangs to crews to homies. You know what I mean? But music by Flash coming out playing music on the street, it would bring the guys for our security to help us to make sure that we was all right
Right.
while they was having fun shooting dice or playing game, shooting craps, or just making sure the ladies in the neighborhood was safe. They was making sure we were safe to play the music to keep these people coming around. So it was more like a family orient once we got to know each other. Once they seen that our part was about the music, it was never no problems. They was always encouraging us to come out on the weekends or on a weekday, especially during the summertime when there was nothing really to do. We had the Johnny pumps, getting the water out, that played out. You know what I'm saying? So we started putting the music out, and it went from there, man.
So when you would put the music out, like, how was that? Was that a studio? Like, what
No,
was the vibes? How did
we
you
would just
record
come out
back
on the
then?
street. We wasn't recording. It wasn't no. We weren't even thinking about recording. The
Wow,
only
so you
thing we
wasn't
were
even
recording is
recording.
cassette, to make a cassette tape.
Right.
That was about the only recording we
For
would
the-
do.
for the
you,
music,
you know,
for the beats and stuff
yeah,
like
to
that.
hear after later on how we sounded when we was on the streets. You know what I mean? So everything was free, fun, and for pleasure. That's why I call out hip hop. It's about peace, love, unity, and having fun. That
Mhm.
is hip hop. All that in between and other shit rap is something we do, but hip hop is something we live.
Right.
That goes with a culture. You got 5 elements. You got the b-boys, the break dancers, the graffiti artists,
Mm-hmm.
the beatboxers, the DJs, and me, the MC.
Right.
You know, now
She's
there's no
rocking
rap.
Busy
You don't
B.
have no rap in that shit. You don't have no rap in that shit. You know what I mean? It said DJ, MC, beatboxer, a graffiti artist, and MC.
Right.
And where the rap shit come from? Wrap that Christmas present, put the shit under the mat. That's you know what I mean? So, but hey, again, I claim most of the new generation that's coming up and rapping now, my nephews, if I go to seem to like any of them or the music that they put out, because it's not too much what they saying, because they're not too much saying nothing, but it's the music that I'm really more inclined to.
Right.
That I'm more a music man. If the music is right, I'm a dance. That goes for anything. If your music is right, you'll dance to it. It's no matter what you're saying, because most of the time, like I just said, people dancing to stuff that they really got to take maybe 6 months to catch on to it, but they was dancing to that beat. That beat and that music was nice. So, you know, more power to them.
Today people get scrutinized for dancing too much.
Is that right? I don't see
It seems
dancing
that
no more.
that way.
You know, every video that I watch when I'm on watching videos, it's either somebody riding around in a nice car that I can buy and got a lot of money, showing money, and a nice girl that might not be his girl. And they just do it. They ain't nobody in no party dancing.
Flashy.
And what happened to Soul? You remember Soul Train?
Yeah.
If you was on Soul Train, motherfucker, everybody was dancing.
Don Cornelius. That was the
Everybody
vibe.
was dancing. Whatever song, whatever artist was
If
on
you
that
couldn't
stage,
dance, you wasn't lit.
the
You wasn't
people
getting no
was
girls.
dancing to the music. Period. It was that.
Right.
It's not that no more. Either they at the club standing against the wall playing in their Gucci shit and looking like all pretty. Who I look prettier than you. They got on their Easter shit. You know, that's pretty much. When you see them posting, that's their Easter shit, man. You got one shot deal with
that's
your
the
best
Easter
shit.
gear. That's the Easter
That's
fit.
their Easter shit, man. You know what I mean? So, you know, I don't want to be the hypocrite or the old man saying, yo, that's it. Hey, do what you do, because that's what they said about us
Right.
when we came out. Our parents and our people said, what the
They
fuck?
was looking at you like
Yeah,
that,
like, what
are
the
you
fuck?
doing?
And we were saying, some of us, like, you know, didn't know what the fuck we was doing, but it was a trend. At the time when it started, see, me and AJ, rest in peace, cool DJ AJ, we saw the money in that shit more than just doing hip hop and breakdown. We saw the money. We saw we can pay these people that to do that.
Right.
You know, come along. So I was more inclined with the money part.
You was the MC.
Money.
You was like, were you a promoter
and see,
also?
Yeah, with AJ. See, because we'll promote our own parties and we'll say, hey, Theodore, you got the 5 MCs, yo, Friday night we're gonna be at the PAL. You wanna come down, we give you $200. They wasn't getting no money. So to say come get $200, what? Yeah. But now that $200, if it was 4 or 5 people, they would share that. That's their business. Me and AJ,
Just
we
you and
made
him.
right. So that's what a lot of my peers from my generation was a little messed up about, as far as me still present today. I was hustling in
Always.
our culture then, you know what I'm saying, to make the money. I just wasn't wanting to be the MC and get on the mic and then leave. I mean, you left with nothing.
You want the money.
See, I got the money.
Right. He's like, I got the money.
I went home. I used to go to White Castle and treat motherfuckers, still go home with a couple of dollars in my pocket.
Heard.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Shit. I didn't play that. See, but I didn't know that. I was taught that. AJ was putting me onto that. He would tell me, hey, B, stay with me, man. We're going to make some money. I'm like, yeah. So I would just thought he would pay me for that night. But shit, if it was for that night, that was a handsome pay for at that time. And to get it when you thought you wasn't going to get nothing.
Beautiful.
You understand what I'm saying? When you don't even expect to not get $1 and get 200 or 300, 400, you be like, well, what the fuck? What'd I do? You know? I just was there doing what I do. And he said, okay, so we did that. So we just started doing that. And I mean, then the records came out like 79. That's when the Sugar Hill Gang, see, they broke the barriers with records.
That was my
Rappers
first
Delight.
rap record that I was
Rappers
introduced to.
Delight shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was cool, but it wasn't hip hop. And what fucked that up for us then, because Flash went to that label and Funky Four went to that label, we was all from the streets and shit. But then see, as I grew and didn't understand then, but I did when they tried to use my voice for a record called The Funky. See, I was known for doing the Funky President, the real James Brown beats, the real hardcore beats. When we got to Sugar Hill, they didn't want to use those beats. They didn't want to, what we call samples now.
Mhm.
They didn't want a sample. They used a band. So they fucked up the trend because we were following Flash and Sugar Hill. I mean, you know, from the records, the company, when we started to turn into records, we wanted to go there because we figured they would let us do what we was doing in the streets. But then you think about it, the record Freedom with Flash and them, that was a band.
Mm.
That wasn't the original. That wasn't the original one. It was a band that sounded almost the same, but it wasn't that. Every song that they put out wasn't original. And they lyrics, if you really pay attention, because as people say, I'm a lyricist. Well, they were saying in the back of the days, to the rock on, y'all, to the disco, and don't stop. It was disco. Where hip hop at?
Disco.
Nobody was saying hip hop, nothing. No Flash, Grandmaster Flash now from the Bronx.
He talking about disco.
Yeah. What the fuck? And then for Funky Four, you hear it in the Ramshaw rock and this and that, and we rocking on the top of the discotheque and don't stop. I mean, what the fuck? But you hip hop. Now they were, and they are, but they was using that word in their songs, which that didn't click on the street because nobody knew what the fuck that was. Disco was gone.
Right.
We doing some hip hop.
We doing
shit.
hip hop now.
Yeah. Now they went pop and went on the TV, American Bandstand, but that was for those type of people, which they was calling the pop chart. And that's fine. But we ain't know nothing about the pop chart. We ain't even know nothing about a fucking record until the Sugar Hill shit came out. You know what I'm saying? So more or less than finding out that they flipped our homies. And then most of them, because like you say, you see they wear them jute suits and everybody tease them about the suits
Right.
and shit because that was pop shit. That's what they did. You know, hip hop, Run DMC did the street shit. They
Adidas,
yeah, the regular
track
street
suits,
shit. Yeah, our
white
shit.
tees,
Yeah, the regular shit. So that was where it turned.
gazelles.
So then we had to follow that trend for us in the first generation to keep our shit going. Because right now, right to me, I will be, you know how they have the Negro League? I'll be Satchel Paige.
I heard you.
I'll be the Satchel Paige in the Negro League. Still, just the older guy, still the shit. Just can't get the top dollar like the younger niggas, but still do the younger nigga shit top dollar.
Right.
You know? So I would be that in our culture. That's so Run DMC would be the Jackie Robinsons.
Heard you.
They
Breaking
came in,
the barriers. and all that.
yes, running in fast and coming to the fast young kids. And Satchel Paige, still the fly nigga, but to them, that's that old ass nigga.
Yeah. He,
You know
he
what I
been
mean?
in the league.
He done did his shit. You know what I mean? So that would be me today.
Heard you.
And I ain't mad at that.
No, because history has to be history.
Hey, I was the shit then.
And you in the
and
beginning.
still.
The shit
You know how they
now.
say, like Floyd Mayweather, he ain't never lost nothing, right? So when you go to the thing and said, the announcer say 39 to 49 and the winner, and still.
Still rated champ, baby.
You know what I'm saying? They say, the Chief Rocker bitch be and still.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Naming a raft.
Yay. That's all.
So,
I had fun doing what I'm
so
doing.
that was early.
Right.
And even in the early stages, you was in the movies.
Right.
Know what
See,
I'm
and
saying?
that's why, like,
Wild
the videos,
Style.
I wasn't in the early videos with Big Daddy Kane and KRS-One, like the 86s and because see, for me then, like you just said, I thought doing movies was bigger than that. You know, so I was doing that, thinking I was doing a little better than my peers, which was, but wasn't. I didn't have time to do a video, which I did, but it wasn't the one that the people in the streets wanted to hear me do and see on the video, like the KRS ones or the Big Daddy Kane or the Raw basses. You know, at the time, It Takes Two Raw bass came out. That's when Suicide came out.
Right.
Suicide overshot all of them with no video.
Suicide. It's a suicide.
You know what I'm saying? So if I had shot the video then around that time with everybody else,
Yeah.
you know, relevant today, I could be doing certain things like they was doing.
Heard you.
But promoters now that's listening to that, listen to those music, but when they go to see, they don't see a video of Biz. But now there are people you hire in to say, you don't got Biz. Biz was the, you know what I mean? But
Gotcha.
the promoters don't see a vision of
They don't see the
Biz.
content.
Right. So they say, well, I'll try the next one. And they miss out. And that's,
They
you
miss
know.
out.
Then they miss out and they miss
Right.
out. The next thing you know, 20 years done passed, 10 years done passed. You be like, what the hell?
Hey,
But
it is
then,
what it is.
but you know what though? This is hip hop. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And people always gotta check in on what
But the
they fuck
movie
with.
Wild Style from hip hop started me with the marijuana.
Okay.
We were smoking on the set every day, you know. What I mean?
Wow.
But Fat Five Freddy,
What kind of bud were you smoking?
I was. Here go the trick question. I thought I was smoking the good shit. Here's really, I thought I had bomb. But Fab Five Freddy come on the set with some different smelling shit. He called it Hawaiian skunk back then. But I ain't never in life smelled no shit like that. And then when he showed it to me and I picked it up and it stuck to my fingertips, I'm like, what the fuck is this? I put it, the bag that I had, here's my shit. I took that bag and started stomping on it. Get the fuck. Never want to smoke that shit no more. Never get the fuck. That was the end of that shit. And Fab Five Freddy became like my best motherfucking friend then. And I just kept cutting. But it was a time that we was filming Wild Style and very in the beginning stages. So it took maybe 3-4 months to film. So I got to be with Fred a lot. You know what I'm saying? And Fred was going all the way down in Midtown and Lower East Side, where I figured that's where it came from.
He's
so
smoking that dank.
Yeah, he was smoking
Yes.
that
Con bud
fire
and all
and
that.
coming uptown shitting on us. He coming uptown shitting on us and smelling that good shit. And I was on his.
This is what I was smoking with Madonna and all
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Hey, I met Madonna through Fred. I met Blondie through Fred. We all did.
Right.
Because between Freddie and Charlie, they had that downtown scenery. And by them when they coming uptown, see, and I introduced Charlie to everybody that's in the Wild Style. I introduced Charlie to. He didn't know nobody. He said, "B, you introduced me to some of these guys. Let's put together a movie." So I introduced him to theater. I said, "Hey, this is the Grand Wizard Theater, and this is that." And he said, "Oh yeah, and this is the Funky Four." And you know what I mean? We was doing that, and that's how that became. But then, as we was doing it, at that time, it was big production because we had like this, but just more cameras. And I go back 30, 40 years, that was big. It was past big. All we could think is Michael Jackson or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And then to have a premiere in Midtown where we go to watch kung fu movies and play hooky from school and get away from to see our name on the goddamn billboard.
Wow.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I
Legendary.
said, "Oh shit!"
Poppin'.
Hey, I started walking around like
Chest up.
I was Michael Jackson. I was the shit. I said, "I'm the star of that." I said, "I got a couple of scenes in that."
Wow.
That
was a big deal.
That was
the
past
biggest deal.
Big deal. Oh man, that
That was a big deal.
took over. That started the hip hop more because then we went to Japan first with it. Now we was the first to go from America, from the USA to overseas. They just heard of this.
Wow.
And when we got there, we had no idea what we was going to get into. So we took like the whole crew. We took all of the rocksteady breakdancers. We took the graffiti writers. We took the Cold Crush for all of them. So that's about 7 or 8 of them. They took myself. They did Blondie. It was about 30 of all of us, like the whole cast. And when we got off the plane, it had to be maybe 20,000 people standing out there with flags and posters saying Wild Style and have a picture
Michael
of me
Jackson.
and all that. Oh my God.
You guys were
What up,
big
Mike?
Celebrities.
That was big.
There's like
man.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was awesome. See, so my experience doing those things, doing that at the time, it was like you never think it happened. And when you see it for yourself, you go like, wow. And because, okay, I'll give you another one. You remember, the Lexus car, right?
Mhm.
Okay, the Lexus came in America 89. That's when the Lexus came to town.
Wow.
Those was our limousines in 81 in Tokyo.
Heard you. Those been out.
Way ahead of time.
The Japanese
That
is
was big.
7
Luxury
years
cars.
of technology ahead of America right now today. So they 7 years ahead of us in technology. The Lexus 450 SL was our limos.
Crazy.
It was like 5 of them, white, all white joints. Mean. We saw them shits and fell out. Because we never saw no shit like that.
They came out in 89?
In America. We was in Japan in 81.
Sound about right.
Sound
I
about
met you
right.
in so fast forward a little bit. I met you in like 1995,
Okay.
Baltimore.
Yeah, I was in Baltimore then. I went to
I was a
Baltimore in
baby.
90. I was in 90 in Baltimore. I started, and then I found my reign with my homies because they smoked it weed, but they wasn't selling weed. And I was with them just hanging out, and that was what they was doing wasn't my forte. But they was just my brothers, so I hung out over the weekend. But then I found my knack doing that because now they smoked just as much as I did, but didn't want to go to neighborhoods that cop shit.
Mm.
So I would get my smoke and give it to them, like sell
Mm-hmm.
it to them. So that's how I got my knack. But wow, I became like Branson out that shit in no time, like for real. I mean,
Mumford and Preston.
yeah, everybody wanted to get weed from me. And then here's the fly shit. They didn't even know I was Busy Bee. Nobody knew I was busy. You know what fucked me? BT. BT had a show called American Gangster, came on TV. And I was with Fat Cat. These some criminal killing motherfuckers. And Busy Bee on the shit. The Busy Bee with these niggas rapping and partying. They say, hey, that looks like that nigga sold us a dime bag.
Oh shit.
So they came for real. They came in my name and said, yo, you ever been on TV? I said, nah. He said, yo, motherfucker look like you. And here's what fucked me up. One of my homies that came down there with me, know I'm Busy Bee and everything, jump out of a cab. He get out of a cab out of nowhere and see me talking to the brothers and chilling, right? Yo, Biz, you got that? Yo, B, I need one of them dime bags. They said, yo, I told you. I told you. He said, yo, did you don't know that's Busy Bee? I'm looking at this motherfucker like,
yo, man, get
Claire. He said, yo, I told you, that's that rapper, that's Busy Bee, man. Yo, and he said, yo, Biz, give me that. And got in the car and broke out. Now
the
left
whole
me
spot up.
there, fucked up to explain to all these motherfuckers. I done been around lying like a motherfucker. But I've been selling them some good ass weed, and this is where they gave me the props. They said, hey, you know what? That's all right. Because a lot of these New York niggas coming in our city bragging like they this and that. And at this time, people was getting murdered and
Yeah.
killed.
Wow.
And
Baltimore's
Baltimore
crazy.
was wow. And I never did that. I never wasn't thinking about that, but I didn't do that. And that's what they realized that. And at times, some of them was fucked up and broke. I would give them work, help them out. And and they was like, wow, they didn't know. They called me Scorpio. That was my name on the streets in Baltimore. So you might see, I might be with one of y'all and we walk, somebody say, yeah, Scorp, what up? You know that motherfucker's from Baltimore. He remember me from that. Because I got over with that shit for 4 years, y'all. From 90 to 95. I think soon that goddamn BT started that American. You remember that shit?
Yeah.
They had the American Gangster shit. And Fat Cat was on. I was no good. And sure enough, man, I went to look at that shit. And sure enough, they had a party in the tennis courts. Me, Curtis Blow, Melly Mel. You know what I'm saying? We was the guests of that shit. And they got me on the motherfucking stages. Ain't that a bitch? I said, wow.
American Gangster.
And then that's how you came along.
Yep.
Because I was selling the bud. Then y'all came in town. Y'all was smoking weed. And man, yo.
Wow.
Yep.
But then when they came to see me, I was well established. Then.
OGs with OGs.
He was the legend.
I had the crib all set up. And I was selling hell of a weed. I was getting money like a motherfucker. But at 10 o'clock at night was champagne time.
Okay.
You hear this, y'all? Champagne time, baby.
Champagne time.
Talk about champagne time, Busy.
You had the champagne time when you come in the spot. I already got now soon you come in, you're going to see the shit's all laid out.
100,000 bottles on the wall. Man.
Yeah.
100,000. Like these records right here. Like
out.
this. Busy.
And
like these records right here.
Yeah, stacked up like that with the bottles.
Champagne everywhere.
Yeah. So at 10 o'clock now, you got to wait till 10 o'clock. Can't fuck around no sooner, no later.
Wow.
Start at 10. And we was drinking champagne, and they come in town, they come and born, and they say, yo, B, man, we need something. And they look and said, shit, we good. We got drinks, we got the weed, and it just started from there, man. We started doing that. And you start telling me, hey, B, I've been doing that lately. That's ain't that a bitch.
Yep, that's some real shit, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, when I met him, I was like, yo, I was like, holy shit, nigga changed my life on some G shit. Because I went to his crib, like his condo joint, his getaway joint, you know what I mean? And, you know what I mean? We stayed there for a couple nights, you know what I mean? And he had all these Remy XO bottles. I'll never forget this shit. He had like about 200 Remy XO bottles. They was drink, though. They wasn't just sitting there. These was drink bottles. Like it was a party motherfucking going on. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And this is a laid pad. This was some fly shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, oh shit.
Those special bottle nights.
Right? Special bottle nights. See?
Talk about it.
So on the coffee table, he had his picture books and all that. You know what I'm saying? He had the picture books, Jack the Rapper and all that. And I was going through his picture books and I was like, oh shit. This nigga with Biggie, Tupac.
Wow.
Real
This before
shit.
this is like
this is no cap.
Biggie didn't come up yet. Biggie was on his way up in 95.
He was on his way up.
Yeah, he was on his way up. But he was running with
Puff
so you've
Daddy
been there.
Oh yeah. And Pac too. Pac
was in the pictures too.
Pac as well. Pac used to call me, he was calling me
That's
OG.
a real OG right here.
Pac was calling me OG then. Like, OG, man. When I get your status, I'm like, man, get the fuck out of here. Y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna make it. Y'all just doing wild ass shit. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all ain't gonna make it. Yeah, watch this shit, OG. Watch. That was my experience with them because they was always excited and happy about doing what they get ready to do because they was getting ready to do it. You know what I mean? And I was happy for them and I was around because, like, again, Andre Harrell was one of my good friends. Russell Simmons, all the guys that was bringing them into the game. Even with Sean Puffy Combs, Combs was like one of the dancers, but he was learning under my friend Andre, who took on the liking of Puff real good and started doing things with him. As you can see today, he blew up. But, I come from that tree and from that part of the family of what we was doing coming up.
Shit's legendary.
Legendary. Legends.
I tell you, it changed my life.
Legends of the legends.
You know what I'm saying? So after that, after I went, me and my gang, K-Born, Pinch, you know what I mean? We went back to New York or whatever, you know what I mean? I started doing the music stuff and stuff like that. And I ain't even gonna lie, I was famous for the champagne too. I used to have champagne nights too. You know what I'm saying? Because that was the lifestyle that I was just kind of like idolizing as a youngin'. You know what I'm saying? Growing up doing bad shit, hustling. Because that's what really I was really doing. I was hustling. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lifestyle.
I was hustling weed.
That's
though.
why they asked me why didn't I drink alcohol or Remy and stuff like that. I said I ain't like it because even listening to the older G's that I was coming up under, they would always say that was cheap shit. That's some cheap shit. You don't want that cheap. That shit make your breath stink. Make your breath smell like shit.
Busy was drinking Moet with a straw out the bottle, right?
Yeah.
Real shit.
Wow.
Straw out the bottle, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is when we go to the clubs and the motherfuckers is ordering 100 beers, Heineken's. Like,
yeah.
You go to the club, the first thing you order is a Heineken.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
The fuck?
Or you order rum and coke, or, you know what I'm saying? Some basic like that.
But they were supposed to be fly motherfuckers.
They supposed to be fly motherfuckers. So, you know what I'm saying? You walk up in there with the champagne. I'm a young nigga, so when I'm walking up in the club, they like, and I'm not no rapper, nothing, but guess what? The motherfuckers that I'm fucking with is hip-hop historians.
Right.
Yes.
For real. Like, for real. This
Right.
is in the 90s. This is like in the 90s. So when I'm outside, my aura is spewing they aura too. You
Yeah.
dig what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you learn.
So they
from
looking
the
at me like, yo,
greatest.
what's up with this young nigga? He got an old soul. Like,
You got an old soul?
you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm outside. I don't buy beer. I buy bottles of Moet. Bottles of Moet was $90, $100 in the club.
Wow.
And they would serve glasses, right? Like if you go to the club, Palladium, Tunnel, and originally they'd be like, if you ask for champagne, they try to pour you champagne glass.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I don't want no fucking glass. I want the bottle.
Yeah. I need
Oh, they
the
be like,
whole
oh, you want the bottle? $100.
Yeah. They'll go crack the bottle and think you want the glass. No, I want that whole bottle.
The whole thing. They
Oh,
was
you
like,
want the bottle?
the
Yeah.
whole thing?
The whole thing.
The whole
They
thing.
look surprised at that shit for real. So when you say that, you say, you make me a couple of glasses, 2 glasses of champagne, because you know you buying the bottle, so you can pour 2 glasses. But they pop in the bottles and charging you by the glasses. And I said, no, I want that whole bottle. You crack it for me, motherfucker, but give me my motherfucking bottle.
Give me my bottle. Because they be like, oh, I got to pop it for you. Yeah, go ahead, pop it. But
pop that motherfucker, but leave it here.
Believe me.
And that's what we was doing. And that shook up a lot of places. One thing our culture did, and I give it to you no better than this. Our shit took over the planet. There's hip-hop, our culture, the 5 elements, has took over planet Earth. There is no place on the planet that you can't go and not see graffiti on the wall, a break dancer somewhere trying to break dance or learning how to break dance or emulating a break dancer or DJing or trying to MC. No place. And the beauty of it, we did something Martin Luther King asked us to do, nonviolence.
Yes.
We tried to.
We stuck up the world. We robbed them, stuck them up without a gun.
Without a gun, no violence.
Our culture, hip hop, peace, love, unity, having fun, took over the planet. To now, part of that, if you're not into that, you broke. If you're not either rapping, producing, production wise, working in that culture, you working in McDonald's as the janitor, the fast food fried motherfucker. Word is bond. Our
And not to
culture
laugh
is
at
that
nobody but you, though.
powerful that
Right.
it took over the industry.
It did.
The industry has to hop aboard our ship to get some recruits. Sometimes they make up motherfuckers that look like this person that we can get over with that for 10 minutes. Corporation. But at the end of the day, you have to pay that man. And he fed his family lovely off of our culture. So I look at it like that. And I'm being who I am, I'm responsible. So I accept that. But everything else, like you don't see every 20 minutes, you don't see it worldwide that an icon MC is in the news for doing something irregular or hurting anybody.
No, it's supposed
Now
to be.
you got
they're
our
special.
rappers.
They always was special. They
Right.
always was like they made it.
So you have our rappers, which is our cousins and nephews to some of us, like myself, that is still being taught the wrong way, and their brains is just screwed up. But if they get the right guidance and the right people around them, they can also change, especially if the people that's making that money and people are following them. You know what I mean?
So what would you say to all the new artists trying to be a part of this culture? You know what I mean?
Follow the rules. They simple.
via the internet or via however.
The rules are simple. It's what it is: peace, love, unity, and having fun. You have peace within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You can have fun. I mean, you have unity within your family, to your friends, family. That's family. Having fun, you're always going to do if the peace and love is there. And having fun is it. That's it.
So that leaves you in a place for you to still make music, and I know you still be doing
Yeah.
music.
Well, I'm still having fun doing the
Right.
music, making the music, and then now you have different genres because now it's not just one vibe of hip hop. So they say.
Yeah.
So I stick to my roots and my fans that roll with me.
Are we gonna hear the Busy Bee drill rap
Yes.
joint?
Yeah, well, no. We gonna hear. We're gonna keep hearing the regular, real music wise, where you can go to a club and hear something, or you can go to a lounge and hear some Busy Bee shit. You know, I never was the one that did the cursing with the bitches and hoes and making the money in the basement. I ain't do all that shit.
Right.
I only talk about what I did and what I do. I do fly shit.
Right.
I talk about fly shit. And then I smoke fly shit. So
Right.
I smoke the fly shit and I
Yes.
talk about the fly shit.
You a fly
You know?
guy.
Hey,
Busy Bee.
I like that
Kiki.
shit. You know what I'm saying? That's easier.
So what's next for Busy Bee? What's going on? What's shaking?
What I want to do, Shiest, man, because you hear how everybody say, I want to give my flowers to the OGs.
Mhm.
Well, I did it, but I don't have the finance. And what I'm looking for in that is, here's what I did. I trademarked and paid for and owned the domain name, Hip Hop Flower Shop.
Mm.
So now I can buy a place and own a flower shop that's ran by hip hop. To here's the good part of it is all that. And here's a prime example. Just last week in New York, they had a fire with all the kids, and like 9 kids died and families died. But here, check this out. And I have no problem with it. But Fat Joe said he would pay for this and pay for that. And that's fine. That's awesome, Joe. But hip hop would donate flowers and donate this and it'll be hip hop, not one man.
The whole Culture.
the culture will donate. And it'll feel better on the cast as the flashes. And so it's because they got that same feeling that Fat Joe got. But Joe wouldn't come to the family and say, let's do it together. So, and then I ain't mad again. Props is props if
Right.
that's what you want.
Mhm.
But now it's like, yeah, Joe did that. Not the family, though. So the family, the flower shop, Kobe Bryant. Now, this is the day. Today is Kobe Bryant's second year of where he died.
Need the hip hop flowers.
The flowers, right. Donated by hip hop. I mean, Greg Floyd, the flowers, donated by hip hop. You know what I mean?
I mean, it could be for happy occasions also.
Yeah, we got birthdays, weddings, bar mitzvahs.
Right.
I mean, come on, man. You want your favorite rapper to drop the flowers off and sing to your grandma.
Right.
We got that
Right.
in the flower shop. All
Love it.
that.
Love it.
You know what I mean? So I'm trying to get people to want to do that.
Let's
and that's
make a
everlasting.
weed store out of that shit.
Flowers. Did you hear flowers?
Flowers. That
Flowers,
goes
mother.
perfectly.
And then they say, Biz got a flower shop. Motherfucker say, which one?
Which one?
They were like Scorpio.
daisies,
They were like Scorpio
motherfucker.
got a flower shop.
Yeah, you got a flower
Scorpio.
shop, man. And now that would fit me. That's perfect. There you go. Because now they say, which one? Oh, the weed one. Yeah.
Okay, so let me ask you some basic questions. I don't never ask nobody this, but
All right.
for you, I gotta ask these basic general questions,
All
right?
right, let's go.
All right, one. What's your favorite type of roll up?
Backwoods.
Backwoods.
Yes,
long
I
you-
love backwoods too.
You love
That's
backwoods?
my favorite.
Backwoods.
How long have you been smoking backwoods, Busy
Since
B?
they was 79 cents a pack. And
79
and
cents
you
a
get eight,
pack.
and you get 8 of them in the motherfucking pack. Now they robbing you, give you 5 in the pack, and they cost $7.99.
We
In
was only
certain
allowed to
places, they
smoke backwoods
15.
hanging with y'all.
Yeah, well, ain't my fault. Y'all had
Wow.
Phillies. Y'all smoking Phillies.
Nah, we was smoking those Phillies.
Y'all smoking
We
them
was smoking
dry-ass
backwoods with
Phillies.
you. You shit me?
Yeah, that's right. Couldn't smoke Phillies in my shit.
No.
Nobody could smoke.
I
if you
definitely wasn't
smoking
smoking no
backwoods.
Phillies. I was smoking White Owls.
See, and they was sneaking do that shit in my spot.
We definitely be sneaking doing that shit.
Sneaking doing that shit in my spot.
We be like, I be saying, why we gotta smoke these hard ass
Yo,
backwoods?
backwoods was like 79, 89 cents or
8 in a pack.
129. And you get 8
Ooh,
backwoods.
8
You
in
get-
a pack.
got
Yeah,
8.
that's the
Wow.
original joints.
They
That's
started
crazy.
robbing us in 2005, maybe.
2005.
2005, they started the 5.
A 5-pack.
Wow.
Because I was overseas, right?
He
me,
backward
me and KRS-One, we
enthusiast.
overseas.
This is the backward king.
we on tour, right? So I ran out of woods, and we got to wait till you get to a certain country where they got the army base, where they got American stores, they got everything.
Okay.
So I go there to wait to get the backwoods, right? And something was strange because I was so happy to get a box, right? But so I opened up and I started smoking. But then I go to my room and say, "Well, but I only got 1 left. Like, what the fuck I did with 8 woods that fast?" And then peeped the bag and said, "Oh, they robbed us. They robbed us. There's 5 backwoods in this motherfucker. Hey,
Wow.
yo, 3 missing." And because I still got the original pack. I got an
Yes.
original 8. It say 8 cigars. And I'm like, oh, them
I didn't even know
cocksuckers.
backwoods came in
And
8.
I was overseas. I was in Germany, yo.
You
So
wasn't even born.
Yo,
I
I'm
wasn't even
calling
born.
niggas. I'm calling motherfuckers saying, "Hey, yo, they get ready to rob us, yo." Backwoods get ready to be like 5 in the pack, yo. Word is bond. And sure
Oh,
enough, man, yo, I got to America. There was 5 in the pack.
Shit,
and
they
man,
got 3 now.
Wow.
And they
3, yeah, they
wow,
got 3 now.
that's crazy, man. They
got a
robbed us.
3-pack.
It was 8, man.
And they
For-
started making
for
them bullshit
$1.29.
single joints.
And then
For
we got the single joints, too.
$1.29, yo. Because everybody was doing Phillies and all that other shit, so the prices was different.
Why
with
you
them.
don't like papers?
I started with papers. When I said I went to Clinton, D with Clinton, go back. I went to all man school.
Right.
But then how I got with the backwoods, I was selling weed with the Jamaicans.
Right.
And this
The
was they
Jamaicans.
camouflage.
The road boys.
This was the camouflage. Because I asked them, I said, "Why you do that?" They said, "Camouflage, boy.
Can't see it.
I can't see my giant. I see him thinking about my smoke a cigar." I said, "Bumbo clad." They said, "Why you can't see the giant? Big head spliff might have my bumbo clad, but it's wrapped up in bumbo clad wrap."
Right.
I said, "Wow." I said, "So what kind of rapper? Backwood now, man." Backwood now, man. I said, "What?" He said, "Go on across the street and give me a pack of backwoods now. Look upon the bag." I looked upon the bag and hey, that was it for me. I said, yeah, I'm sticking to this shit right here. This is the
Wow.
camouflage shit right here. And that was it. And then he said it was a natural leaf, so I didn't have to go through all that other shit and the process shit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I got a lot of my lessons and stuff with hustling with the Jamaicans and you know, doing what I was doing with the
Me
weed.
too.
Yeah.
Shit, me. OG.
So that's what I was doing, man, you know, and I found out a lot of shit like that. And they were
Next,
some fashion
you got a
motherfuckers.
general question for him?
Okay, so I heard about the busy sticks.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about the busy
Oh, the
sticks.
busy sticks is rocking. That's like my blunt. See, like, you know, everybody when they see me, the first thing they want to do is smoke with me.
Yes.
First thing, and then they want the free weed. And then I give them free weed, but check it out. Then they want me to roll it up too and smoke with me.
Oh,
So
no.
they want to smoke my backwood. So they say, yo, B, my man Straga, this is for Straga came on. He said, yo, we're going to just make some busy sticks. And we're going to call them busy sticks. We're going to roll 2 grams up and give a busy stick. So when you go to smoke your fire, you just give them a stick and tell them get the fuck out of here.
Go get busy.
That's where this shit came from, man. So it's 2 grams of some of that high quality weed with a little
I gotta try them.
keef,
I have
a little
to.
wax and a little hash. And then, you know, he do his own hash. He dissolve his hash. So it'd be that fire
Okay.
hash on the fire weed rolled up in the backwood. And it's a
And
busy stick.
backwood. I love it.
Mhm.
So,
Doing pretty good. Everybody want busy sticks all of a sudden.
I
But
love
these shits
it.
fuck you
so
up.
you gonna roll a
Yeah.
busy stick,
Yeah,
but
these shits work.
this is the other question. If you're gonna roll a busy stick, right?
Yeah.
What kind of weed you putting in that busy
The-
stick?
Yes.
Some
tell us.
Shiest bud motherfucking critters. Or
Okay.
some of that fucking purple fly shit. All
Okay.
premium
Heard you.
weed.
Okay.
All premium.
Gas
So
only.
what's your favorite type of weed right now? Like, I
Um,
mean,
Okay, like I just had some of that. I can't even. What is it? Gushes? No, some glitters. Like glitters, cause it's got a mix. It got
glitters. Ooh.
It got a mix of a little bit of everything that's indica.
Wow.
Heard
And
you.
I'm an indica guy.
I heard
Yes.
You know, I mean, I'm not sativa as for mostly. I
I'm
would
not-
consider
I'm not
the
sativa
ladies.
too.
you.
Right.
He said for the
you
I don't like
ladies.
sativa.
Yeah, you know. That's that munchy, high, giggle shit. Shut the fuck up, bitch shit. I want this lay down shit, smoke this shit. She be talking about, yes,
Right.
daddy, baby.
Knock me
daddy.
right out.
Anything you want to do, daddy, baby. Yeah. Bring that shit on over here, daddy. You know what I'm saying? That's the shit I like.
Yeah.
So that's my choice,
Yes.
you know, the indica weed and professionally to grow. So I know what's in it, who growed it. you know.
Okay.
So can you tell these people, the fans and the viewers and the weed community out there watching Heavy Smoke right now, where they can find your music, where they can find your lifestyle, Busy B, because they got to stay
Well-
in tune. Because
Well,
once,
I'm in
because once you
Vegas.
get in tune with what it is,
Right.
then
Well, I'm based out in Vegas.
Right.
So, you know, if anybody that come on out to Vegas, hit me up. We always live. I'm on Instagram. I try to do 2 shows during the week, like at noon Eastern time. And if you're on the West Coast at 9 in the morning for half an hour, just to lift some spirits. Let everybody,
That's great.
somebody might be down about something. If you catch me,
That's a great thing.
I'm about lifting your spirits and making you have fun and forget that bullshit
Yes.
and keep on going. And I do it from 6 o'clock to 6:30. So it's 2 times a day. If you're on the East Coast, from 6 p.m. to 6:30, and if you're on the West Coast, from 3 o'clock to 3:30. And I just do that, and I lift spirits. And then if you got something you want to advertise or talk about, or shout me out, or shout somebody else, come on, click on, shout me out, and do that for a quick 20 seconds, and click your ass on out.
Yes.
fire.
And that'd be it, man. I'm about
I'm gonna
about
tap
what I
in.
preach, man. I practice what I preach. I'm about peace, love, unity, and having fun. That's it. And then, you know, when you come to any of our events, that's what it's about when you come to that. Now, you can come in peace or leave in pieces.
Okay.
I mean, you know, I prefer you to come in peace to have fun. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because we
Yeah.
don't play that
Show
shit.
some love. Nah, we don't.
You know fucking well. And then we don't talk about it because that's not what
Yes.
we
I
do.
don't like. I don't.
But
talk
we
about
will have to let minorities, people know that, hey, listen, man, you can come in peace, but you can also leave. That's how the graveyard started. We know that. Motherfuckers fucked up in the graveyard. It's bitches in there too.
that. All
Okay.
types of motherfuckers in there.
Motherfuckers fuck up. But we about having fun and love.
That's a
Smokers
fact.
Club, I'm so happy to be part of that shit, man. This is what I've been trying to do.
This is what I'm
all
saying,
night.
man. It's from the beginning to the end,
This
man.
is the shit right
Yes.
here, B. Word up, y'all. Come on in, man. Wait, you ain't fair and you ain't good about your shit. I'll let you know. You can't just hop aboard our ship. You just can't
Yes.
come in our shit. Man.
Nah,
you got to
nah,
be
nah, nah, nah.
brought in. You know what I mean?
Yes.
There's a corporation you got to be brought in.
That's a fact.
You ain't just can't come in. You got to be brought in.
You gotta be
And
brought
Shiest, if
in.
Shiest don't like you, neither do I.
Hello.
Hello.
So check it out, man. This is Heavy Smoke. This is the Smokers Club. This is the icon legend,
The
Chief Rocker,
OG.
We heavy
Busy
smoking.
B,
Busy B.
Lisa B,
Lisa B.
Shiest B, aka Shiest Bubz,
And the Clico, Clico, Clico.
Big Buzz.
Hey.